again!
It's over!
He's done it again! Unbelievable!
Oh, straight into the roof of the net.
Nice one.
Straight down the middle. So a good...
Hello and welcome to Firstpost. I'm Rupha Ramani. Let's get started. On the show today, there is some cricket news. How will Gautam Gambhir and Surya Kumar Yadav era in Indian cricket move forward amid all the confusion and chaos that preceded these two finally coming together? Will they be able to handle the egos of a team in transition? What challenges lie ahead for the Indian cricket team? A preview to the most important series against Sri Lanka starting this weekend. That's coming up. We haven't even witnessed the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics, and yet the fireworks have already begun. There was drama and violence that erupted Argentina's match against Morocco. We'll get you all the details around that controversy and the road ahead for Argentina after they brought upon the wrath of France thanks to the ill-thought-of victory celebrations at Copa America. And away from all the hatred and acrimony is a story of love, or is it as simple? One of the biggest medal hopes for Slovenia withdraws from the games because his girlfriend was not picked. But the story is a little more complex than this. More on the show, but first, the headlines. Starting with tennis and the Olympics, men's world number one, Yannick Sinner of Italy has withdrawn from the tournament. The Italian was diagnosed with tonsillitis. Sinner will be replaced by 207th ranked Andrea Vavasori in the men's singles event. Coco Gauff has been named the female flag bearer for the US Olympics team. The tennis star will carry the US flag along the NBA star LeBron James. Gauff is the youngest American to have gotten this opportunity. She's also the first US tennis player to get this honor. Canadian women's football coach has stepped down from the opening match duties at the Paris Olympics. This is over the spying scandal that broke out a couple of days back. The assistant coach and a team analyst were expelled after New Zealand's team reported that a drone flown by Canadian staff disrupted their training. Football's global governing body, FIFA, has started disciplinary action against Canada. Over in football, European governing body UEFA has sanctioned 7 countries who participated in the Euro 2004. They are Serbia, Croatia, Romania, Slovenia, Austria, Hungary and Albania. They have been punished for their fans' racist and discriminatory behavior. They will be paying a total fines of around $250,000. And in cricket, reports say Indian Premier League officials have proposed changes ahead of the 2025 auction. Franchises suggested that the mega auction should be held one in every 5 years instead of the 3 that is originally planned. Some officials also proposed that teams must be allowed to retain 4 to 6 players. Increment for players so that they aren't poached was also one of the suggestions. World champions, Copa America winners, finalisma challengers, possibly all the international trophies in their cabinet. Surely, football world's most decorated team have to be Argentina currently. But instead of getting lauded, they are being booed. Instead of being showered with praises, the players are being attacked by bottles that were fashioned as missiles. From victory parade to the walk of shame, Argentina football finds itself in a place that they never imagined to be. The catastrophe was waiting to unfold in their Olympics Group B match against Morocco, a game they lost 1-2, and it started off even before the game began. Argentina was booed while their national anthem was being played. The Argentina players were targeted by hordes of plastic bottles and cups. there's of course reason to this hostility. The reception is because of the way Argentina chose to celebrate their Copa America win. Some of the Argentina players were caught on video singing a song that was racist and was meant to demean French players. This was caught on video of Enzo, one of the players' social media platform. The matter, of course, escalated since then. France launched a complaint with FIFA, who are still investigating the matter. And in the midst of all this, the Argentina vice president issued another controversial statement, calling France a colonialist country and defending Argentina's players' acts. So clearly, walking into France for the Olympics, Argentina players in particular knew they were walking into the lion's den, that backlash would follow. France was seething and you had to expect them to hit back hard. The anger is a build-up from the World Cup, now Copa America too. Almost everyone in the stadium was supporting Morocco and targeted Argentina with all their wrath. It would have been a cauldron of fire and hatred, and all it needed was a spark for fans in the stadium to retaliate. And they got exactly that moment in the 105th minute of the match. Morocco was leading 2-1 towards the very end of regulation time. A massive 15 minutes had been added. As the clock reached the 106th minute, Argentina equalized. Morocco fans were livid. They were furious that the referee had not stopped the match before the goal was netted. But here's the rule. The momentum was still there. The referees can't blow the whistle if the move is not complete. But as I said before, the angry fans just needed something to vent about, and they got the excuse. Angry Moroccan fans invaded the pitch. Security sprung in to try and defuse the matter. Play had to be halted. Fans were asked to leave the stadium. Up until then, everyone thought the match was over and it was a draw. 2-2. Argentina had somehow managed to get past a hostile environment to hold on to their nerves and level scores. But no. Before the players returned to pitch, and that took almost 2 hours, VAR disallowed Argentina's goal due to offside. Everyone in the Argentina camp was up in arms. The players, the fans, even the coach, Javier Mascherano, who called it a circus.
I have not been a coach for long, but never in my career as a player I have seen a situation like that. It is a circus. It is a disgrace that this should happen and poison the tournament. This wouldn't even happen in a neighborhood tournament. It's pathetic.
Now, I understand the anger in the Argentina camp. For 2 hours, the team thought they had drawn the game. There was relief, but they had to come back again, play for 3 more minutes with the scoreboard staring down at them, and walk away a defeated, deflated and cornered side. And it has not been an easy few days for the Argentina team. Even before the match against Morocco took place, Argentina players claim that a lot of their personal items went missing, that they were robbed in Paris. So after this match, Mascherano and the Argentina team must have felt VAR robbed them too of a crucial draw. But VAR, for their part, released the footage after the match to clear any confusion. VAR's clarification did not help. Lionel Messi, who opted out of playing at the Olympics, was quick to react on Argentina's controversial loss. Messi posted that story there, saying insolito, a second after the game concluded, meaning uncommon. This is the same Messi who chose to be silent on the whole racism controversy that broke out and has been burning Argentina and its image in the sporting world. Argentina, a side that has actually won at the Olympics, a team that has been symbolic of this game, finds itself in a position they would never have dreamed of. And they've only themselves to blame. And you know what is ironical? Not many players from the Copa America squad are playing in the Olympics, only a handful of youngsters. But the anger among fans and the football world is not against players alone. It is against the whole nation. And this was just Argentina's opening game. There are many more encounters yet. And if Argentina and France face each other in the next round, expect all fireworks and more. There is some cricket going on. Even as all eyes shift towards Paris and the Olympics, India is starting a new era, a new phase as they gear up to play Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. In the T20 and ODI series that's starting this weekend, the biggest talking point is around the new captain and coach, Suryakumar Yadav and Gautam Gambhir. And the pair are stepping into massive shoes, that of Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid. Now, the two shared a great relationship, and that camaraderie somehow resulted in positive cricket and a strong momentum for India. So, Suryakumar Yadav and Gambhir have a massive task ahead of them. The first motive, of course, is to start off smooth and make sure the transition is not rocky. Gambhir made a promise before he left for Sri Lanka about how his stint at the helm would be like. Let's revisit that before I continue.
Aim to make it a happy and secure dressing room. It's important to give players freedom and not have a relationship of head coach and a player. The most important thing is that they will always have my back. I am taking over a very successful team. I have big shoes to fill and looking forward to it. For me, I don't complicate too many things.
He said he wants a happy dressing room. He said he will not be a coach to the players. That's not the relationship he is going for. It's clear he has big plans and he has a vision. And this is the series that will give us a glimpse of whether he will be able to deliver on all of that. The series is scheduled to kickstart this weekend, like I said, with two back-to-back T20 matches in Palikele. And the Indian team have gotten out to have their first training session under the new era. And the energy and vibe of this was light, happy, breezy. It was like a shift from all the confusion and chaos that had preceded this moment. But let's be honest, there was a lot of deliberation and a lot of back and forth between BCCI and Gautam Gambhir, with the board being forced to go back in their selection of Hardik Pandya as captain and Sky coming in his place. So there will be a lot of hurt and bruised egos to manage, and that is paramount in Gambhir and his team's agenda. So quite obviously, the biggest chat Gigi, as he's fondly called, was seen having was with these two, Suryakumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya. There were no tense faces, at least not that we could sense. In fact, the two players who also share the dressing room in Mumbai Indians franchise of the IPL hugged and greeted each other rather warmly. So the mantra starting afresh here is positive vibes and a good energy. There were laughs and everyone was seen looking in good spirits. Now, the team they are taking on is no pushover, but India will be foolish to not realize that they are overwhelming favourites to deliver a whitewash against Sri Lanka. But knowing Gambhir, it won't just be about the results. There will be a lot of mini goals that have to be ticked off, because this is step one of his big mission, that is T20 World Cup 2026, where India will head in as defending champions. We'll get a first-hand glimpse of Suryakumar Yadav as T20 captain. How will Hardik be under a young captain? Will Shubman Gill continue his form with the bat as the responsibility of vice captaincy sits on him? How will some of the youngsters who will get a chance here in this series grab those opportunities? Riyan Parag, for instance, has waited for many years for this moment. Rinku Singh holds so much promise. It's a litmus test for many in India to see who are some of the players who can fit into the void that Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli and Ravindra Jadeja have left behind. Can Washington Sundar cement his place in the Indian scheme of things, especially after being in and out of the side because of his injuries and inconsistency? Who will shoulder the responsibility of the lead pacer in Jasprit Bumrah's absence? Who among Arshdeep Singh, Khalil Ahmed and Mohammad Siraj will step up to the challenge and own it? This is what Gambhir and his team will watch, observe to shape India's future T20 side. All these questions have to be answered, and that begins with this series. Olympics so far has all been about terror threats, security concerns, a city rustling up to get everything in place for the biggest spectacle. But we want to take a step away from all grave matters and all animosity and talk about love. Yes, now it isn't a very rosy tale, but it surely hopes for a happy ending because this love has come at a price. Slovenia's chances of a medal at the Olympics, to be precise. Slovenian cyclist and Tokyo Olympics bronze medalist Tadej Pogacar has pulled out of the Olympics. The reason? Slovenia's decision to snub another cyclist, Urska Zigart, and not include her from the Olympics contingent, who just happens to be Pogacar's girlfriend. Zigart is herself a double national champion in cycling's road race categories. So was Pogacar's decision to pick his relationship over the glorious Olympics a just move? Or is there more to this dramatic, love-torn couple? One thing is certain, Pogacar is surely winning the Best Boyfriend award by a mile. Here's more.
Slovenia, in their history of Olympics, have won 28 medals. That includes 8 gold, 9 silver and 11 bronze. A country with a population of hardly 2 million people. So clearly, a medal winner is a high priority, very special. They will want to ensure everything is taken care of when it comes to their medal prospects. But Slovenia seems to have hit a hurdle hours before the start of the Games. It all began when Slovenia's Olympic Federation decided not to include two-time national champion cyclist Urska Zigart in their Paris contingent. That did not only upset Zigart, but her partner Tadej Pogacar as well. Pogacar decided to pull out of the Olympics after his girlfriend received the snub.
It's not the main reason, but for sure, it didn't help. I think she deserves a spot. I'm disgusted by the fact that Urska Zigart, a two-time national champion and the best Slovenian cyclist on the world tour, has not been selected for the Olympic Games. She did great in the last 2 years, winning points for Slovenia, and without her, they won't have 2 spots in the road race.
Pogacar, who is himself a 3-time Tour de France winner, one of the most prestigious tournaments in cycling, was furious over his partner's non-selection. Now, we've seen couples promise to move mountains and reach for the stars for each other. Pogacar actually did that. He challenged the Slovenian Federation and pulled out at the very last minute in protest. It's a massive gesture for love, but not so much for national duty. Shouldn't he have kept his personal relationship on the side and not mixed this one with the professional aspect of it? Because here's what's at stake. Pogacar is Slovenia's most decorated cyclist, and he has the responsibility of bringing Slovenia a medal. He's a massive medal prospect. The last few years, since his bronze medal at Tokyo, Pogacar has won multiple Grand Tours. Just this year, he clinched Giro d'Italia and Tour de France, which are key cycling events. So clearly, Slovenia were hopeful of at least a medal, if not gold, from Pogacar in Paris. And him pulling out suddenly with just 10 days to go for the race has put Slovenia in a bind. Federation, in fact, shot themselves in the foot when they released the contingent list last weekend, keeping the couple out, and issuing a statement that Pogacar had not been picked because of fatigue, which may not have held much water, especially with Pogacar winning his 3rd title in France. And just a day later, he flew to the Netherlands to compete in another race. So clearly, Slovenia's excuse did not add up. And now that Pogacar has issued a statement citing the real reason for his name going missing, the matter has caught fire. So while Pogacar chose love over national pride, Slovenia Olympics Federation is not pleased. Pogacar's reasons, though, may go beyond just his love. Urska Zigart is the best cyclist in the country. Zigart is her nation's highest-ranked rider. She was seen as an inevitable selection for the Olympics, so her snub has sparked a fury.
Before the tour of Switzerland, I received a text message from national coach Gorazd Penko explaining his decision and his reasons. He told me he had already decided last year.
Pogacar is not upset that his girlfriend has not been picked. He's furious that the country wasn't putting out their best performer for the Olympics. And the facts back Pogacar. Urška Pintar, the cyclist selected by Slovenia, finished 11 minutes behind Zigart in the national championship. But this little episode has certainly caught everyone's attention. Pogacar has decided to give up on an Olympic dream to make Slovenia realize what they have done. The cyclist has put love, honor and the fight for justice above any shiny medal. He's picked real emotions over mere achievements that to him are but footnotes in Olympic history books. And that's a story that needs to be told.
Time for last serve. As breakdancing gears up to make its debut at the Olympics, so too will a few breakdancers. And one person in particular is whom we are focusing on today, which is Ukraine's Oleg Kuznetsov. He's only one of 3 Ukrainian breakdancers to make it and qualify for the Games, and he's excited and nervous.
Dancing, and I see in the representation of my country at the Olympic stage is the mission for me. So I see it as a mission, but I'm really glad that I have a chance to represent the country.
That wraps up Firstpost today, but of course tomorrow is a very, very special edition of Firstpost coming your way. It's of course the opening night of the Olympics, so do join in then. Till then, take care.